So hello guys, this episode is about bookmarks. If you have searched on Google and in general on YouTube, you will notice that there are many tutorials about bookmarks, but they give you a very simple way of creating bookmarks for your web browser. And I think that's not very, practical, I didn't like it. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I didn't like the way they were creating their bookmarks. So my way, I think you will also see that it is more professional, because we will create something like this, right? We'll create something like this. So we will need list boxes like other tutorials on YouTube, but we will not need them for this purpose, right? We will not need them for the web browser, for the bookmarks, I'm sorry. We will need them just to keep the names and the links for each bookmark, and not actually to browse via the list boxes. So I hope that you will like this video. I think that it's more advanced than others. And let me start. So first of all, let me create 3 list boxes. I will need them. We will actually need them. Okay, let me move them somewhere. Oh no. I just want to see what I just want you to see that there will be some stuff inside the list boxes, so I want them to be visible. Come on, okay, now we're fine. Alright, so one of these will be LST name, one will be LST URL, and one will be, we will see later how we can name that, the last one. Now, next step is to create a tool strip again. So go to menus and toolbars and double click on tool strip and dock the new tool strip at the bottom. Okay, so the new tool strip goes right here. Then you have to click again on the arrow and select grip style hidden, so we don't have these points. So now actually let me do some stuff that I forgot to do last time. It's just 2 very simple things. So first of all, click on your web browser function class, right click and press and go to view code. Okay, so you cannot see what I get when I right click, but when you will right click, you will get some stuff and you have to go to view code and you will go right here. So in this moment we have to create a new, actually we have to create a constructor. Okay, a constructor is something that will start when our class or when our object will be called. Okay, so public sub new, and then we say me.script errors suppressed equals true. So this simple line of code will actually prevent us from now on to have the script errors that we used to have. If you remember very well, we have disabled that, but we did disable that for a particular, for a specific web browser. Now this code is for a general web browser, and as you will see now, we don't have the script errors anymore. But if you delete the whole thing, or if you make this false, you will notice that when you go on when you click a link on YouTube, you have the script error. You see? So make this true and you will be relieved. Very well. So now we close the class, or we save, whatever you want. And the next thing is that when we create a new tab, you will notice that I create a new tab, I go here, but I have to manually go there, right? I want that every time that I create a new tab, I want the web browser to move on that tab. And if you will notice, every time we create a new tab, we are on YouTube, but the URL says google.com. So in order to prevent that, with just one line of code, we will go back to our form 1 code and you will go to add tab function, okay, and down here you will say tab control 1 dot selected tab equals with tab. And now every time you create a new tab, the web browser moves to the new tab, and it moves again to the new tab, and again and again and again, and so on. So very well, now we close this one. So now next thing is to add a button or a menu option right here, so we can add our favorites to our tool strip, which is down here. So in order to do this, we will add, we will add here. So every time we click on bookmarks, we will add our link into the tool strip down here. Okay, so we will need to create a function now. The function will be called public, or maybe private sub add bookmarks, and here we will say dim browser as web browser function, or browser, how is it called? Web browser function equals to tab control 1 dot selected tab dot tag, and then here we will say in dim new bookmark as new tool strip button, and then new bookmark dot text equals with tab control 1 equals with tab control 1 dot selected tab dot text, and then tool strip 1 dot items dot add, and we add the new bookmark. Now the tool strip 1 is this component right here. It's a new tool strip that we added. Alright, now next step is to use our list boxes. So list name dot items dot add, and then we say tab control 1 dot selected tab dot text, and the next one is lst url, so the next list box items dot add, and here we say browser dot url dot toString, and then we have to add our handlers, okay, because we have to actually control our new bookmarks. So bookmarks will be just buttons, so like this button or like this button or like this button. So this is what we will have, this is what we will do actually. So every time we add a new bookmark, we add a new button, and in order to browse somewhere we will need some handlers, okay. So add handler new bookmark dot click, okay, and then address of and new bookmark click. So now we have to create we have actually to create the function for that, right? We have to create the handler. So but first of all we have to, so every time we click on bookmarks, we put the bookmark inside the tool strip. So every time we click on this, we have to call the add bookmarks function that we just created. Alright, so let me now create the handler, which is actually just go on the arrow right here and click on this button, and then click a generate method sub. So this is what we will what you will get, and this is actually what we need, except that we have to delete this part of code because we will add our own code. So dim browser as web browser function equals to tab control 1 dot selected tab.tag and then we have to check if type of sender is toolstrip button, then browser.navigate ctype sender toolstrip sender toolstrip button, we close the parentheses, dot tag, we close the parentheses again. So this is our if statement and this is our handler. Now we will need another function because every time we add our bookmarks buttons right here, we have to assign to each of them the handlers, right? So how we can do this? Private sub created book click. Okay, and then for each item as toolstrip button in toolstrip toolstrip1.items add handler and then item.click and then address of book book click. So we will need another handler for this one. So again, go on the error, click on the red bubble and generate the method. Now okay, this one will be txt, so txt do URL dot text equals with ctype and then we open parentheses center comma toolstrip button. I think, let me see the code a bit if it is, I mean, yeah, it looks right. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's fine. Okay, and then we have to call another function which will be called booknow, because this will control our txt. So private sub booknow and then dim browser as web browser function equals to tab control 1 dot selected tab dot tag and then browser dot navigate txt url dot text. So let me first, let me continue with the coding, and I will tell you later how all this thing works, because it's a bit complicated, I know. I mean, it took me a bit of time to think the whole algorithm and how this will work, so it was a bit confused. I was a bit confused, and the whole thing was a bit confusing. So next step is when we close the form, we want everything to be saved. Okay, so here we will say, actually we will change a bit the names here. So for each favorite name a string in actually wait a moment, no, you don't change this one. I'm very sorry. You don't change the first one. You go at the bottom of the function and you say for each favorite name as string in lst name.items and then file.append all text and then we need again the path, which I will just copy paste, comma, favorite name, and then the symbol that will combine the new line. Okay, very well. And then we need another for each statement. So for each favorite URL as string in lst url.items file dot append all text. Again, we copy paste the path, and then we say favorite URL, this symbol, VB, new line. Alright, very well. What runtime errors might occur when converting string to... oh my god. Okay, so this is append all lines. Be very careful. Append all text, guys. Okay, not append all lines. That was my mistake. Don't do the same mistake. Don't make the same mistake. Okay, very well. Now, and this is for about the closing. Okay, now we will go on with the loading. Okay, this is very confusing, I know. I will explain the code in a second. So let me continue. We will need the try catch again. Okay, and here we will say for each URL as string in file dot read all lines, and then we paste the path. Paste the path. Let me see if I have, yeah, so the path here must change also. So this will be named favorite name, and this will be named favorite URL. I forgot to change the names of this, so go and change them. And here you have also changed the name to the first one will be favorite. This is going to be favorite URL dot txt, and then we close this. And here you will say, here we will use our last list box, so the first list box, which has the name listbox3. We haven't changed the name, so listbox3.items.add, and we add the URL. And then we will come down here, we will create another try catch statement, and we will say listbox3.selected index equals to 0. Okay, we will come again down here, and we will add another try catch statement, and here we will say for each name as string in file dot read all lines, and here you will pass the path, and you will change this to favorite name. Guys, be very careful with the names, because you know sometimes we make mistakes because of these kind of errors of our mistakes. So be very careful when you know how you name the components. If you don't name them like I name them, so be very careful. Or how you will name this file or any other file. So be very careful with these kind of things. You might have mistakes, and you know this kind of mistakes, and you will be confused. So anyway, so dim new bookmark as new tool strip button. Okay, and here I will say new bookmark dot text equals to name, and new bookmark dot tag equals to listbox3 dot selected item dot to string, and then tool strip. If this is very confusing, stay with me. We will explain this in a moment. Tool strip, actually tool strip tag, oh no, tool strip 1 dot items dot add, and we add the new bookmark. Bookmark, I forgot a K here. Bookmark. Okay, and then listbox3 dot selected index equals to listbox3 dot selected index plus 1. And I think that this is everything that we need. And after the try catch, we will say created book click. I forgot the K again here, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So hopefully if we run this, okay, we have mistakes. Dot add. Okay, let me run this again. Very well. So now we are on YouTube. If I click bookmarks, we have the YouTube right here. If I create a new tab, we go on Google. I click again bookmarks, we add Google. So let me go on Gmail. Let me open Gmail. I add also this bookmark. Very well. So you see you have the name of each bookmark, and hopefully if I click now on YouTube, so let me close this YouTube tab. Okay, now we have only Gmail opened. Okay, so if I go to YouTube, we will hopefully navigate on YouTube, which we don't for some reason. Okay, very well. Let me open my computer, local disk, go to Vortex, because here when you will run your browser you will have, okay, let me try this again. So we are on YouTube. I add bookmarks, I click bookmarks, I open a new tab, I close the YouTube tab. Now I add also Google as my bookmarks. I go on Gmail, I add this one also. I go then on can't access your account. I click on this link. I add this one also. Very well. And now I close my browser. Hopefully when, okay, very well. Now we have two files. One file which contains the names and one file which contains the URLs. So hopefully if we run our browser, yes, we have our bookmarks down here. If I click Google, I go on Google. If I click Google account recovery, I go on Google account recovery. If I click on Gmail, I go on Gmail. Do I? Yes, I go on Gmail. And if I click on YouTube, I go on YouTube. Very well. So my bookmarks work very well for every time that you close your browser and you open it again. So this is how they work. So if I create a new bookmark, YouTube, and I click on YouTube now, we have an error. So every time that you create new bookmarks and you try to navigate immediately after that, you have errors. Okay, you have an error. Now we will fix this error during the, let me see which episode. Let me open my program. So today, this is today's lesson. So we will fix this bookmark error during the final details. Okay, and during the final details we will also have a remove bookmark option, and also we will fix this error. So this is a 24 minutes video till now. Now just click on the list boxes and make visible, change visible to false to all of them. So now that you will run again your browser, you don't have the list boxes at the top. Okay, this is totally, clear. Okay, so my bookmarks work very, very well after I close my browser and I open it again. If you create right now a new bookmark, you cannot have the option to navigate. So I have to fix this error. I will fix this error, of course, during the next video. So this is all for today, guys. Okay, oh, I forgot that I have to explain the code. So what we do is that every time we click on the bookmarks, we create a new toolstrip button. So this is, where is our function? Here it is. So we create a new toolstrip button, as you see here, as a name, the new toolstrip button, has a name of our tab control of the selected tab. So if we are on Google, it will take the name of Google. If we are on YouTube, it will take the name YouTube. After that, we add our new button in the toolstrip component. So we add this right here. And then in the list name, which is this one, and list URL, we add, we add the name of the toolstrip button in the list name, and we add the URL of the button in the list URL. Wait a moment, because we will fix right now the mistake that, with our bookmarks, that we cannot, when you create a new bookmark, we cannot actually browse to that. We will fix it. We will fix it right now, because I forgot I forgot a line of code. So right here I forgot to say new bookmark dot tag equals to tab control 1 dot selected tab. Wait a moment. Actually, new bookmark dot tag equals to browser dot URL. So if you type only this line of code, you will fix the mistake of our error. So if I go on Gmail, I create my new, we are on YouTube, sorry. Right here, if I click bookmarks, we create our new bookmark and click on that. Okay, we are on Gmail. So if I go on YouTube and I click on this, we have no errors and the mistake is fixed. Great. So you fix this mistake. That was actually my mistake. I forgot this line of code. I'm very, very sorry, guys. So as I said, every time you create a new button, you create a new toolstrip button, you add the new toolstrip button in the toolstrip one component, which is right here. You set a name, you give it a name, you give it a URL. Okay, the name is equal to the tab control 1.select tab.text, and the tag is equals to the browser.url. And then you add the name in the list box, and you add the URL also in the list box. And each of them has its own list box, name and URL. Then we need some handlers to control our toolstrip buttons. So these are our handlers and their methods. You all need them. And then we go to the closing form. So every time you close your form, you save everything in files, like we did with our history. The same thing you do with the name. You save every single name and every single URL. And next time that you will load the form, that you will run your browser, you will read the lines. So the URLs will go inside the list box 3, and then you will read the names, the bookmarks, and every time that you read a new name, Visual Basic creates a new toolstrip button, as you see, for each. So according to the numbers of names that we have here, so here we have 3, 6, 7. So we will create 7 toolstrip buttons, and we will set them the name, and from the list box 3 we will get the URL. And actually this is guys, this is how the bookmark thing works. Next time, actually not next time, during the, which video I said, during the final details video, we will add the code to remove bookmarks. And I don't know, this video was very, very long. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to this channel for more videos, because we haven't finished yet. We still have things to do, and if you don't watch the videos, then there is no need for me to go on and create more videos. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment. It doesn't matter if the comment is positive or negative. I just want to see some comments down the video. It will be very, very good for me. So thank you very much again, and goodbye.